Have you ever heard a refrigerator be called anything other than a refrigerator? I live in the Appalachian Mountains here in eastern Kentucky, and we have a whole lot of words and phrases that when people who aren't familiar with this area hears them, they think it's a little bit odd. Maybe they think it sounds a little strange. And there's a lot of times where people just say, that sounds wrong. Hey, my name's Sam. If you're new here, I live in the Appalachian Mountains, just like I said, here in eastern Kentucky, and I've grown up here. And on my channel, I like to talk about a lot of the words and the phrases that are very unique to our area. Also, though, I like just talking about our unique culture, the different foods that we have, and just give everyone a glimpse into everyday life of people here in the mountains. Now, a refrigerator, that's an interesting one because growing up, I heard older folks from around here call that two different things. The first one is I heard some of the older folks call a refrigerator an icebox because a long time ago, that's what our first refrigerators were. They were just boxes or buildings or really small structures with a lot of ice in them. And that's where you kept things cold. So you can see definitely why they would call that an icebox, especially when they transitioned from that type of refrigerator system to the more modern ones we know today. The second way that I've heard people call a refrigerator is a Frigidaire. No matter what brand it is. It could be a Whirlpool, an LG, whatever. They're calling it a Frigidaire. Now, I can remember, I'm pretty sure I've heard my mom say that growing up too. She would call the fridge a Frigidaire, and it wasn't a Frigidaire brand, it was something else, probably a Whirlpool or something. This almost has to be just a carryover from when Frigidaire was one of the most popular brands here, and more than likely one of the most affordable ones. And so if everyone had a Frigidaire branded refrigerator, they just become known as the name brand. That's most likely why they called it a Frigidaire. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that some of the earlier models of Frigidaire refrigerators were made by General Motors? My father-in-law and me were talking about that last week. He was doing some research on something and he found a photo of an old Frigidaire model refrigerator, and it said right on it, it was Frigidaire by General Motors. Yes, the same General Motors that makes automobiles today. I did not know that that General Motors also manufactured Frigidaires at one time. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So you'll have to let me know, did y'all ever hear anyone refer to a refrigerator as either an icebox or as a Frigidaire, no matter if it was a Whirlpool, LG, or whatever? Let me know that down in the comments. And then also, while you're down there, just also let me know where you all are from. I think it's super interesting, and I just have a really good time going through and reading all the comments from people from different areas. I just love making videos just like this one because I love talking about the Appalachian Mountains, and I love our unique language, talking about our heritage, talking about our culture, and especially talking about our unique accent. If you like that type of video, you may like this one where I talk about what we in eastern Kentucky call those flying little red bugs that when they sting, they really hurt. We call them something a little bit different than what everyone else calls them. All right, until next time.